Hello, and let's move on to the leg. For the leg, I can holding down tab and extend out my faces all the way downwards. Okay, and to the bending area of the leg, and then I can just even out their positioning. Oh, I think I merged these two lines that I don't really want it to. Let me reposition these guys more carefully. So I want nice and even spacing between these guys. No, I don't really wanted to rush this part, so that I still encourage you to spend enough time to even these guys out. One little trick you can try to do is say, okay, I hate moving these guys one by one just to even their spacing. One thing you can try to do is you can start adding like more loops in the middle, right? One more here and one more there, and then you can hold down shift to, or hit the B button to go to soft selection, right? And then you can hold down shift and even these guys out real quick. And that's another way you can just even these guys out. Now the last loop will never change, but that's okay, because then you can just delete that loop and re-extend out from the already even out loop that is right above it, this one. Okay. So what we can do is Ctrl Shift and delete that. Ctrl Shift and click to delete that, and you can holding down Tab and extend it out from the loop above it. Okay. Anyway, so one thing you are probably noticing is that the performance is getting really low, right? Now you can maybe try deleting history. Go to Object Mode and Alt Shift D, right? And you can try to do it again. You can see it's probably still going to be a little slow. Okay, that's because you just have too much polygon already. So one thing you can choose to do is you can say, I'm working on the leg now, so I don't really want it to have anything to do with the body. So let's actually do some modeling to separate the body part away so that our performance can be faster. Let me hit the Q button to go to object mode, holding down right mouse button to go to object mode actually. And then I can Control 1 to isolate this model and go to the, holding down right mouse button, go to edge mode. And let me double click on this edge, okay, and double click on that edge and select that and double click, keep going until I have a edge selected around it. You can hit the 4 button to see the wireframe. Without the shading, you can see that's what we're getting, right? A loop down there. Right, go hit the 5 button to go back to the solid shading, and then you can holding down shift and right mouse button, you can go for a detach component. Okay, what this does is going to detach the model from that line. Okay, that means now if you go to vertex mode by holding down right mouse button and vertex and grab that, and you can use move, you can see they're separated. Okay, anyway, so now what I can do is go to object mode again, grab the model again, holding down shift and right mouse button. Okay, and then you can separate. Okay, that's going to separate the model into all these 3 pieces. Alright, now I want the 2 legs to be together, so let me grab both legs and holding down shift and right mouse button again, and you can see there is a combine. Alright, now I can just work on this part. So let's go Control 1 to go back to, show everything, and we can Alt Shift D also to delete the history on the leg, and then I can go Quadro 2 again. You can see now we're working on the leg only. The body is okay, and I don't want to worry about it anymore. Okay, now I can keep on going down to wrap around the knee, have a loop do that. Okay. And then I just need to fill in the gaps in the middle. So let me do that real quick. Oh, I see actually I have one more line in the middle. It's alt numbers, so let me add a line here in the middle too. Okay, and then connect that. And then here I just need to fill in the gaps. Alright, now I cannot really represent smaller detail like that over there. We're gonna project those back in ZBrush. Okay, and let me keep going from there. Now here I can choose to keep this loop going if I wanted to, because my structure is kind of over there, also going that direction. Okay, but again, these loops are not very good for supporting the bending of the knee, so you want it to be conservative on how much you want to go with that. So here I'm going to say that's probably enough. From here now on, I'm going to transfer to the lines going downwards. So I end up with pose again, right? The pose are important. Again, I keep saying that because that's where the geometry, the loops transfer, change their direction. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going from the back. And then moving on to the back, we can also do something similar. So let me drag these guys up. Smooth that out. We can hit the B button to turn on soft selection. That way we can drag a big chunk of volume up, right? If that's easier. I just wanted to also have a loop to wrap around this fudge over here. Okay. So I can keep these guys going down. There's no problem with that. But here, we also have that going down. Here inside of this hole, I'm gonna have a looping geometry going like this, just to represent that little structure here in the middle, right? Although to me that's also something we can not do. We can choose not to do because, you know, either way this shape can be represented quite nicely. But I just have this habit of trying to do this part on the bending area just to make the shape looks a little bit better with that. Okay, and these guys just keep going down and keep going down and keep going down. Let's do the connection. And smooth these guys out. Okay. Alright, now moving down from here, it's a simple loop again. Right. So what I can do is just holding down the tab button and again extrude out all the way to the bottom actually. So let me do that. And again, what I can do is holding down Control. Oops, that's not very easy here. We do that here first and then going down gradually. Oh, that's not very cool here either. So let me try to add one in the middle. Oh, it doesn't work either. So I kind of have to then reposition the bottom part. Okay, maybe I went too far at the bottom. So let me just reposition these guys nicely on the back. So yeah, you do need to have some adjustment. There are other tools that can work better, like Topogan. You can just drag a line there and it's gonna create a loop there right away. Right. So that's gonna be another thing you can try to use if you wanted to. Okay. But I just got used to Maya and Maya is gonna be also the tool for later series when we're doing rigging. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna let me fix that real quick. And now I can add loop, and hopefully it's gonna be better. Holding down Shift to smooth out their location. Let me just add some more loop down the way in the middle. Okay. So you can choose to determine how much loops you wanted to have down the way in the middle. I would say just keep it nice and even. And the more loop you have, the better the volume can be maintained when you're doing things like twisting for the arm or the leg, actually. But it's your choice to either to do more or less based on the performance requirement you have. Okay. Now, when it comes to performance, it's always this battle between how much not draw, but how often and how much you keep flipping around with the memory. So the lesser geometry will, of course, ease that pain. Okay. So now we're all the way down to the foot, and we're gonna move on to the next video and finish the foot part. Okay. See you next time.